Good morning everyone. In continuation with the previous video, now I will explain the internal control mechanism of STATCOM. So that is VSC, voltage source converter. So in the voltage source converter you have control mechanism of output voltage of the VSC in two different methods. Very first one is direct output voltage control of the STATCOM. So in which you can control the output voltage of the converter by using PWM method, pulse width modulation. So the conduction of the converter can be controlled. The duration of the conduction is tau. So when you control the tau, so you can control the output voltage, the AC output voltage of the converter. That is the direct output voltage control method or PWM control. The second one is the control of VDC. So that means by controlling the DC output voltage of the capacitor, you can control the output voltage, AC output voltage of the converter, V0. So in this case, we don't bother about the PWM, pulse width modulation. We don't adapt that. So the only control mechanism is we will control the DC voltage so that the output voltage angle can be controlled, delta alpha can be controlled, which will control the overall AC output of the converter. These two are the control methods. For both of them, we need to have the control circuits in which you have pulse PLL, phase locked loop control, in which all signals are synchronized with the system, AC system. The main point is you can extract the current I0 output current of the converter, which can be separated into real and imaginary parts, or real and reactive components. We will take the reactive component for the control, and it can be compared with the reference value so that the error can be generated. The generated error is useful to generate the signals from the gate pulse generator to the converter, so that it will control the STATCOM by using comparator as well as reference signals. Let us look at the control mechanism now. So the STATCOM control. So let us look at the STATCOM. This is the bus voltage system bus, power system bus. This is the coupling transformer. It is generally step down transformer, which will step down the voltage to a lower level for the voltage source converter. This is the voltage source converter. Already I have shown, either it may be 2 level or 3 level. This is the output voltage of the AC output voltage of the VSC, V0, at an angle alpha. This is the DC voltage, VDC, across the capacitance of the STATCOM. This is the power circuit of your STATCOM. It can be combined with the control circuit. It may be internal control. So let us look at the control circuit. Here in the control circuit, I0 is the output current. So that output current is separated into two parts, real and reactive current. Computer, from which you can obtain I0Q and I0P. So I0Q is the reactive component of the current, I naught P is the real component of the output current. So this real component of the output current can be compared with IP reference. The IP reference can be obtained from the DC voltage loop. Here DC voltage is kept constant for the PWM control. First one, PWM control. So therefore VDC is constant. So this VDC is compared with the VDC reference. So VDC is negative, VDC reference is positive. The error signal is generated. This error amplifier will amplify the error signal and obtain the IP reference from this loop, DC voltage loop. Or in some directly you can also give the IP reference, from which it will give the signal from the active current loop. If your aim is to supply only reactive power from the VSC, then this loop will be vanished. This is not required. Now coming to the IOQ is the reactive current obtained from the real computer, the output current of the system. So which is compared with the IQ reference. So this is the IQ reference. So IOQ is compared with the IQ reference, and error signal is given to error amplifier. This amplifier will amplify the signal and gives to magnitude and angle computer of the voltage. So this alpha is the angle and V0 is the magnitude computed from the error signal. And here this V is the system voltage. System voltage is given to the phase locked loop PLL in order to generate the synchronizing signal theta. Now new synchronizing signal theta plus alpha is generated in synchronism with the system to get the V0, the magnitude of the V0 from the VSC with the help of gate pattern logic. This gate pattern logic appropriately gives the signal to gate signal to the GTOs, so that it will maintain the required V0, so that because of the V0 value the current will change. So the current through the VSC will be I0 C. So the I0 will be changed. So that based on V and I0 angle as well as magnitude, you can define the required reactive power magnitude as well as type of reactive power, either it is lagging or leading reactive power. So this is the STATCOM control circuit, including the IP reference obtained from the VDC loop. Now VSC STATCOM control 1. This is the direct voltage control or PWM control, in which you have bus voltage, coupling transformer, VSC and VDC might be kept constant, and PWM control is provided for the VSC. This is the supply voltage V, has sinusoidal wave. So this is the theta, angle theta. So and alpha is added to the, this is the synchronizing signal, it is added to the alpha. Now theta plus alpha is obtained by using from the PLL. After obtaining that, this is the output voltage of the converter. So this is the DC voltage. So this is the maximum DC voltage, tau equal to capital T in the first case. In the second case, this part only conduction is provided for the duration of tau. This is the tau, the conduction is provided up to this part. So therefore the pulse width of the voltage can be controlled so that the output voltage of the VSC can be controlled. So the output voltage of the VSC is a function of tau and alpha. Here in the PWM control will provide the range of tau can be controlled by changing the pulse width. The output voltage control in order to control the output voltage, you can provide the tau control with constant alpha. So this is the direct voltage control with using PWM for the STATCOM. So this is the entire waveforms related to VSC control 1. So coming to the second control, VSC is operating as STATCOM. Control 2, this is the indirect VDC control, bus voltage, coupling transformer, inductance. The V0 is the function of delta alpha at an angle alpha 0. So here VSC and this is the VDC. VDC can be controlled in order to control the V0. Here we don't go for a PWM control. So what is the control circuit? So I0, from I0 output current, reactive power computer, we can get the reactive current I0Q, which can be compared with the IQ reference. The error is given to the error amplifier in order to generate the delta alpha, and this delta alpha is synchronized with the system by using output voltage with the phase lock loop. So you will obtain theta from the phase lock loop, and you summate the delta alpha and delta theta, and in order to get theta plus delta alpha, so the signal is given to the gate pattern logic, which will control the VSC. So therefore you will get the required V0, and the current through the converter is I0, and I0 and V, the angle between I0 and V will decide either it supplies the lagging reactive power or leading reactive power based on angle between these two. It supplies the lagging reactive power as well as leading reactive power. How we will see now. So this is the AC voltage, system voltage. This is the angle theta, and this is the theta plus alpha. Angle is controlled in synchronism with the system, and this is the VDC. This is the AC voltage. So we'll zoom it out. Here this is the DC nominal value. DC voltage is more than required nominal value, is lower than the nominal value. If you want to decrease the output voltage of the converter in order to decrease the magnitude of reactive power, either it is lagging or leading, generally it is lagging side. So then the V0 can be reduced by giving the signal minus delta alpha, by reducing the VDC. You can reduce the AC output voltage. Similarly, if you want to have more voltage, then you will provide the positive sign for the delta alpha, so that V0 can be increased. V0 is a function of delta alpha, so therefore delta alpha is added to the initial alpha, therefore you will get the increased AC voltage for this DC output voltage. Therefore the DC voltage is controlled from the nominal value, delta alpha 1, delta alpha 2, delta alpha 3 plus or minus. Plus for leading, minus for lagging can be used so that by controlling the DC output voltage, you can control the AC output voltage of the VSC. So this is the indirect DC voltage control. So here by controlling the delta alpha, V naught is the function of delta alpha. By controlling delta alpha, you can change the V naught value. By changing the V naught value, I naught can be controlled. So the I naught and V will decide the type of leading or lagging reactive power. When I naught is leading with the V, it supplies the leading reactive power. When I naught is lagging with the V, it supplies the lagging reactive power. So this is called indirect DC voltage control. This is the complete control circuit along with the waveforms. So lastly, we will compare both of them, both the control methods. STATCOM internal control summary. So here, this is the tau control, this is the delta alpha control. In tau control, we will provide the PWM control, pulse width modulation, in which VDC is kept constant. And here it is, we will control the VDC so that delta alpha will be control mechanism to control the VDC. So therefore, you can provide the variation in the V naught and hence reactive power control. When you compare these two methods, this control is useful to control the output voltage of the converter by changing the tau value, tau 1, tau 2, tau 3, like that. You can change the tau value. V naught is the function of tau, tau 1, tau 2 at constant alpha. Tau 1, tau 2, tau 3, V naught 1, V naught 2, V naught 3, like that you can control. The V naught F is the output voltage of the converter, is the function of tau and alpha. Generally we will keep the alpha as constant and tau can be controlled with the help of PWM, pulse width modulation technique. So whereas here, instead of controlling tau, you can control the VDC by changing the delta alpha. So from the nominal value, so by changing the VDC value, you can change the AC voltage. Either it is more than the nominal value or lower than the nominal value. Both can be controlled by changing the VDC value from a minimum value to a maximum value with the limitations. So therefore, you can control the output voltage by changing the delta alpha. The delta V naught is the function of delta alpha at a constant angle, and hence in both the control methods, one is direct output voltage control, that is PWM control. The second one is VDC control, in which we will control the DC output voltage of the capacitor in order to change the AC output voltage of converter. These two are the internal control methods of your STATCOM. So in the external control, we will discuss in the next chapters. In both these controls, we will provide rectifier mode control as well as inverter mode control. Like already you have seen in the previous slides. So once again, I will show that. So in STATCOM, rectifier mode and inverter mode of operations, in both, if you want to operate the VSC in rectifier mode, we will adopt these two control mechanisms, this one and this one, inductive mode and capacitive mode, in which, so in the rectifier mode, it supplies the lagging reactive power to the system or leading power to the system based on the angle between VA and IA. So when angle between VA and IA is negative, it will supply leading reactive power when it is positive, it supply lagging reactive power. Similarly, in inductive inverter mode of operation based on alpha value, so inductive mode, so this is the phase relationship between VA and IA. So in the capacitive mode, the phase relationship between VA and IA is like this, in which IA is leading with the VA in inductive mode, capacitive mode, and IA is lagging behind the VA in inductive mode. So these four type of operations are useful in order to get the wide variation of control of your STATCOM. So this is the wide control area of the STATCOM VI characteristics. This is the control of your VSC. In a nutshell, this is the control of VSC. The output voltage, AC voltage of the converter is like this 3-level converter, or you can use 5-level converter also. It all depends on your requirement and cost. So to reduce the cost, 2-level and 3-level are good enough for the VSCs. In order to change the output of VSC, the width of the output can be changed, or the magnitude can also be changed, which was explained in 2 different methods of internal control. So today I will stop here. Thank you. Thank you everyone.